Have you ever wondered why black-eyed peas are considered lucky or why we eat black-eyed peas at all? Well, today we're going to talk about the history of African Americans and black-eyed peas. And if you like stories like this, you can find more stories like this at onemikehistory.com. But without further ado, let's get started. Domesticated in Western Africa around 3000 BC, the birthplace of this legume known as the black-eyed pea, the lush valleys and rural villages near the Lake Chad Basin in what is now Nigeria and northern Cameroon, these early Western African civilizations, black-eyed pea was more than a crop. It was a crucial part of daily life and culture, revered and cherished by the people who cultivated it. Black-eyed peas is a shelling bean, a subspecies of the cowpea. It's a type of bean enclosed in a long green pod. And despite the harsh environmental conditions where it grew, black-eyed peas flourished. It became a staple of their diet and provided them with much-needed nourishment as it began to spread across the globe. During communal feasts, traditional ceremonies, black-eyed peas took center stage. Lively celebrations with family and friends gathered around, the air rich with the aroma of akara, which is a savory fritter made from black-eyed peas. Each bite is a testament to a shared heritage. This simple legume was woven into the very fabric of life. While in Western Africa, black-eyed peas don't have this folkloric connection to money, were often associated with good luck. One belief held the distinction that of the pea could ward off the evil eye, a malevolent spell cast by one's enemies. They were also eaten during special occasions. Take Good Friday, for instance. Families in parts of Western Africa would traditionally enjoy a creamy cowpea coconut custard dish called a frijan. In some Western African religions, black-eyed peas are prepared as offerings to deities on ceremonial days because it's believed to be their favorite food. However, this story takes a dark turn. During the transatlantic slave trade, Africans were torn from their homeland. Enslaved Africans were forced onto ships, but they held on to their cultural roots as tightly as they could. Among those roots was the black-eyed pea. Upon arriving in plantations in the American South, the enslaved Africans planted the pea in unfamiliar soil, seeking a connection to their lost heritage. Those peas, much like the enslaved Africans, were resilient. They flourished in rugged conditions and became a crucial part of their diet. Boiled, mashed, and tossed in stews, black-eyed peas provided essential nutrients that helped them sustain through their grueling labor. Soon, black-eyed peas became a significant part of Southern culture. Embraced by enslaved people, it was eventually adopted by their white enslavers. It became known as the poor man's meat due to its nutritious qualities. The resilience of these little legumes symbolized the endurance and adaptability of the people who depended on them. But this doesn't explain how black-eyed peas came to be associated with New Year's Day. The tradition of eating black-eyed peas on New Year's Day is steeped in history and some cultural lore. It all began ironically in Western Europe, where New Year's Day customs included a practice known as first footing. According to Ralph Whitlock's book, The Search for Lost Gods, A Guide to British Folklore, the first person to step within the threshold of a home on New Year's Day morning needed to be dark-haired, which is believed to bring good luck. Often the person would bring gifts of coal and bread, which symbolized the wish for the house to be abundant in fuel and food throughout the coming year. People believed that whatever happened on the first day, good or bad, would set the tone for the rest of the year. Over time, the tradition evolved, especially in the American South. Instead of requiring a dark-haired stranger to knock on the door, people began to place black-eyed peas on their table. Enslaved Africans blended their own cultural beliefs with those of European settlers, influencing this change because black-eyed peas was already considered lucky in Western Africa. But there's also a story behind how black-eyed peas began to symbolize luck in the southern United States, and it's linked to the Civil War, specifically Sherman's March to the Sea in 1864. Major William Tecumseh Sherman led a brutal campaign from Atlanta to Savannah, determined to cripple the Confederate war effort. His troops left a path of destruction, stripping households of food supplies and livestock. As Southern families emerged from hiding, they faced the grim reality of starvation. In this despair, a particular form of salvation emerged. Union troops deeming black-eyed peas only fit for livestock, left silos of them behind. This forgotten pea provided crucial nourishment for numerous Southerners, providing a vital food source in the aftermath of Sherman's scorched earth strategy. This fortunate discovery led to a new tradition, along with that of enslaved Africans, of eating black-eyed peas on New Year in the hopes of garnering good luck for the coming year. After the Civil War, freed African Americans faced the monumental task of rebuilding their lives. Despite oppression, they found strength in the shared culinary practices, with black-eyed peas continuing to play a central role. Beyond the historical context, black-eyed peas also hold a special place in culinary traditions because they resemble coins. These peas were believed to bring monetary prosperity when consumed during New Year's celebrations. This belief, rooted in African customs, was passed down through generations and blended with Southern culinary practices. The legacy of these traditions continues in dishes like Hoppin' John, which typically features black-eyed peas cooked with rice, pork, and spices. This is a dish that melds African cooking techniques along with Southern ingredients, symbolizing a blend of old and new worlds and reminding us of perseverance of those who came before us. Later, during the Great Migration, when millions of African Americans moved from the South to urban areas in the North, they once again took those culinary traditions with them. The black-eyed pea found its way into kitchens, Harlem, Chicago, and Detroit, symbolizing a peaceful home and a source of comfort in this unfamiliar environment. In contemporary times, black-eyed peas are celebrated not just for their traditional role, but for their nutritional value. They have become a favorite ingredient in various dishes, from soul food to modern culinary experiments, illustrating the adaptability and enduring relevance of the humble legume. Today, preparing a pot of black-eyed peas is an act of cultural preservation and celebration. It connects generations. It allows people to recall the past and create new memories, whether it enjoyed during family gatherings, community events, or quiet dinners. The humble black-eyed pea continues to tell a story of resilience, perseverance, and a shared heritage. Thank you. I'm your host, Country Boy. This has been One Mic History, and this is the story of the black-eyed pea. If you like stories like this, you can find more stories at OneMicHistory.com. I'd like to thank all my Patreon subscribers. I love you all. Thank you for your support, and peace.